Necrotizing enterocolitis is a devastating intestinal disease caused by extreme and profound inflammation. It progresses very rapidly and aggressively.
When I was a pediatric resident, the baby would be totally fine, and then I would come in the next day and the baby would be gone. And I would say, what happened to this baby? And somebody in the NICU would say, this baby died from necrotizing enterocolitis. And I was devastated.
We don't really understand what happens to these babies and why it happens and when it will happen and why one baby develops NEC and the other baby does not. I founded the NEC Society after I tragically lost my son Micah to this disease. And that was over 10 years ago. Our babies keep dying and we need answers, and our answers are going to come from the NEC Biorepository.
We launched in collaboration with the NEC Society, who's really brought all the NEC researchers in the nation together. And now we have 8 centers that are enrolling and we have 10 centers that are approved. The advantage of a multi-institutional study is that we are really getting a diverse population of babies from all different areas across the U.S. to be able to understand, are there differences in race, ethnicity, location, clinical practices that really can impact, does a baby get NEC or not? Collectively, all of our labs are working together to create a single-cell atlas of the intestine and the stool for babies with and without NEC. We collect leftover blood, we collect urine from diapers, we collect stool, we collect the leftovers called gastric aspirates. We do collect breast milk, we collect saliva. My team's job is really to enroll those patients, collect their biological samples, put them in the biorepository in our lab, and then decide which babies will then be sequenced. We will then give them to Scott Magnus's lab for sequencing.
Most diseases probably start at a single cell level. So if we can understand how these diseases, particularly NEC, is initiated, that will create a foundation for us and many other investigators to use that information to try to study different aspects of NEC. By the time that the patient presents with NEC, it's kind of too late to do many of the clinical interventions that might have helped had people known, the doctors known, like, a day before. And that's a really kind of immediate goal of ours that I think will be, something that is actionable very soon. Is if you have a panel of genes, you say these are associated with NEC, pre-NEC, then, we'll have something that we can give clinicians as a tool to identify NEC earlier.
We are so grateful to the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI, for believing in patient-powered and patient-partnered research. They really understand what it takes to bring families and clinicians together, and they understand that patient families recognize the urgency of this problem, and we are the closest ones to the problem, and so we are often coming with innovative ideas, solutions, perspectives to help drive the answer.
It is one of the toughest battles for any parents to go through. See your precious little one struggling with this devastating, cruel disease. I felt like my world has shattered. I didn't know what to do, but the science brain in me had kept me like I can channel this grief to something positive. Being a part of this huge project, our child will not only be a data point in this scatter plot, and they will be a part of something big. If we have enough data and enough sample, we might be able to diagnose, treat, and prevent this disease from happening to any other kid, so that no other parent will have to survive the pain that we are surviving.
By partnering with patient families, we can be better researchers because they're telling us the questions that are most important to them. When I, wake up in the morning, I'm filled with hope that at least we have all these centers and scientists and investigative teams that are really dedicated to this disease and really wake up every day fighting this disease. So I'm filled with hope that one day this will be a disease that we don't see it anymore in the NICU.
The NEC Biorepository is really the most exciting pathway that we have towards building a world without NEC. And every family that contributes by consenting their child to participate brings us one step closer of achieving that vision of a world without this cruel disease.